You guys know what time it is. It is Thursday, and I am pumped up for tonight's show because we got another banger for you guys. Every single Thursday, we come into the locker room show, and we bring you the best of the best, you guys. We bring you people that you may know. We bring you people you may not know. But what you can count on is that you're going to leave the locker room with some game so that you can take it to the next level. So tonight is none different, and I'm going to introduce the gentleman that holds me down every single Thursday, none other than the guru himself. What's going on, Q?
What's going on, Coach, man? We got a lot to touch on today. It's a lot going on, a lot of changes like always, but man, we got some hot topics. Some of them surprise and some of them not. So we going to touch on them, man. You know, we got a hot guest, so I'll let you bring him in and we going to get this thing going, man.
There you go. There you go. Hey, I mean, there's news going on in the football industry as we speak, as we're on this show. So very excited to talk to you. But the gentleman that you see in the middle of the screen is the one that this show is all about. So I'm excited for tonight's show because we're bringing you a college coach, you guys, NCAA major college coach. This is also somebody who played the game himself. So he's got some insight on that side. And this is none other than the great Coach Clyde Logan. What's going on, Coach?
What's good? What's good? Thanks for having me, guys. God is good, man. God is good. Appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
Yes, indeed. All the time, baby. And Coach Logan is doing big things, you guys. If you guys have never met Coach Logan, he's someone that you want to keep tabs on because this football industry moves fast and you see a coach here one day and the next day he's somewhere where you want to be. So Coach Logan is the one that you need to tap into currently, you guys, at Western New Mexico University, a Division II school, big-time D2 ball. This is a very important show because there's a unique twist to this. This gentleman actually, out of high school, decided to go into the military, you guys, and served for our country. Thank you, Coach Logan. And then backdoored his way, you guys, into a football scholarship at Idaho State. Got a chance to play for the Cincinnati Bengals and get a cup of tea in the NFL. Played overseas in Europe. And once again, you guys, now coaching at a high level. Some of you guys may want an opportunity to play for Coach. So excited about tonight's show, Coach, and thank you for your time. So let's get into it. If you're joining us for the first time, all of the topics are on the bottom ticker. Now, as I said, you started in the military, Coach. I mean, right out of high school, you decided to go into the military. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of discipline there. There's a lot of hard work there. And I wanted to ask you, how close were you to never even making it to college football? Did you ever think, I mean, did somebody say, hey, man, you're athletic, you need to go to college? How close were you to never even seeing the gridiron?
Well, it was pretty close, but like they said, hey, you got to have a village around you, okay? You got to have a village around you to make that man successful. You know, it all started, you know, Charlotte, North Carolina guy, East Side Charlotte, okay, Queen City. A guy that also, you know, wasn't qualified at high school, so I didn't have that much choice, okay? Probably 20 years ago, it wasn't too much as far as going junior college, that kind of deal. So parents, you know, mother kind of, you know, probably the best thing I did was persuade me to join the Marine Corps, okay? Plan was, hoorah, baby. Plan was, you know, do 4 years and then, you know, pursue to go to school after that. And that was my journey. What's up? Did 4 years, stationed on the West Coast pretty much at Camp Pendleton. Okay. So this is around 2000, 2004. Okay. I was also active. What I mean by active was, you know, on the base around that time. This was right before, you know, Iraq war and everything. So the military was pretty popular to go to. So they had athletes, they had, you know, on the base, they had stuff that was really active where if guys were trying to play sports and stuff like that, you know, they could go and do. And my time, 2000, 2004, we had some guys that was really, really good. Before my time, Mike Anderson, the name that comes out, you know, guy that, you know, was in the Marines, you know, played Division I at Utah and also played in the league also with Denver Broncos.
Yep.
You know, there was a guy a
Laney
lieutenant.
Junior College, right?
Junior college also. There was a guy that was coaching at junior college who was also a Marine, retired officer, that kind of went to the base and he was picking and looking to see who could play at the next level. And he was a guy that really just a guy, you never know who's watching these days, folks. You never know who's watching. The guys that, saw me and talked to me, came down to my barracks room. I got a guy knock on the door. I don't know who this guy is. It's a retired lieutenant colonel telling me, hey, y'all thought about playing college football? Like, yes, I'm getting out and I'm thinking about, trying to walk on at a 4-year university. My man said, no, don't do that. Okay, you got the GI Bill. Okay, you're a guy that can play. You're really good. You can play at the next level. Okay, come to this junior college. Go ahead and play for 2 years. It'll be cheaper. You'll get developed. And also, you'll get seen. And he mentioned some names also out there, like Mike Anderson and some other guys down there boat. Also, that was really, really good. Also, that came from Camp Pendleton, played junior college, and also went on to Division I. So come full circle again as far as, I'm getting out, my ES getting out, July 2004, spring of 2004, I get orders to go overseas to Iraq.
Wow.
In April. I'll never forget. It was April 2004. Almost cried my eyes out. Had orders, and I was supposed to get out the Marine Corps in 4 months.
I'm about to say that DD-214 was coming, though.
It was coming.
Man.
So lucky for me, I had a sergeant major, another person that's in my circle, one of my higher ups that was over me, say, you know what? Nah, this guy is going to play college football. He's not going to get out he's not going to stay in, because if he stay in, this kid's probably going to be in for another 4 years. And if he stay another 4 years, he'll probably be in forever for another 20 years. So he got a plan. So they canceled them orders. And Sergeant Major made me get out early on the school cut to go play junior college football that spring. Okay.
Wow.
And I never looked back. I never looked back. Went to play JC ball at Mount St. Jacinto out in IE in the Inland Empire. Okay, played 2 years from there. I was a guy that, when I was in there, man, I was a grown man. I was 21, 22 years old. I mean, Marine Corps boot camp, Marines were probably the toughest thing I ever did in my life. And I played D1, I went to Division I, played training camp. I was in training camp for the NFL, but that Marine Corps boot camp stuff was the most toughest I ever done in my life. Okay. Yeah. I had my thing straight. I was more than the average guy. I did more than everybody else. Okay. That 5 days a week working, I was more than that. I did more than that. Okay. Because that's what I was granted to my 4 years when I was in the Marine Corps. Okay. So, academic also did more than the average person. Okay. Did that and got a Division I scholarship at Idaho State University. I had other places to go. I had other options, but I felt Idaho State, it really wanted me, and it really wanted me to play, the position I wanted to play, which, I was picking between free safety or receiver. Told me, hey, come in here, man, you can play wherever you want to play. Other schools were trying to have him play outside linebacker. Oregon State trying to have him play outside linebacker, but decided to go to Idaho State. Never looked back, played receiver, Idaho State, had a pretty decent career over there. I was watching also, had a little, short time with Cincinnati around 2008, 2009.
That's what's up.
Okay. Never looked back. Okay. Never looked back after that. Now, I'm here coaching, long story.
Man.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's a beautiful long story.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
And it just illustrates to you young athletes, once again, Coach said it, you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. You never know the relationship that you build today that may serve you down the road. So I really appreciate you sharing that story, Coach. I mean, wow. So you were very close to not, going to war. So, that's crazy right there. We are on to our next topic, you guys, and this falls in line with what we were just talking about. Obviously, Coach said it, he was older by the time he went to junior college, by the time he got to Idaho State. So there's a level of maturity, you guys, that you need to have once you go to college so your butt can stay in college and not be back on your dad's couch. And obviously the military can teach you that type of maturity. So let me ask you, Coach, Did you right away feel like you were more mature and you were ready for college once you got there, or did it still take some grooming and some time?
No, it didn't. Just my mindset and just being a lot more mature to other guys. Always have my priorities straight. Now, you in college, you're gonna have a good time, you have a good experience. Okay. And I always go back as far as, and I can relate to some of my guys now that I have, they'll party during the week or during the weekend. Okay, well, you have morning workouts. Are you gonna be able to get up to do morning workouts? Okay. Are you gonna be able to control yourself the night before? Okay, not party too hard where you're gonna miss or sleep in. Okay.
Right.
That's the experience that we had at in the Marine Corps. I'm with my buddies. We got, we know that we got 6 o'clock morning PT the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what, we're gonna go out tonight. We're gonna go out tonight. We're gonna go out anyway. And we party, but guess what? We had that discipline to know that we gotta wake up and we got to run about 5 miles the next
Or
day.
else.
Okay. Or else, there's no calling in sick. There's no
Right.
calling in sick for that. Or I overslept. Okay. You're gonna party the night before, but you gotta have that discipline to wake up the next day and get it done. Okay. So yeah, I was a lot more mature. And I always tell my guys too over here that, hey, you got 24 hours in a day. That's all you get. You don't get anything less than that, you don't get anything more than that. So what are you doing in them 24 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
How's your priorities? That kind of deal. Okay. Are you taking care of your business in that 24 hours? Are you doing more than the average person? Especially if you have a goal. Are you doing more than them? You have to. Okay.
Yeah.
I always like to ask the coaches that we bring on, Coach Logan, how is it with recruiting? Is it easy to tell the maturity that these young men have, or is that a little difficult today?
You can tell if I bring a kid in, I can tell up front if he's mature or not. Okay. I'm a good person as far as reading kids and stuff. I know the right question to ask and stuff like that. Especially if a kid, the first day kid come in is, I look at this, okay, is he present? Is he in the now? Okay.
Right.
Simple things are, is he showing up early? I got one of my corners over here, man. He was a freshman last year. That man beat me to the meeting room every time. Wow. And I know for sure he's a mature guy because he's doing extra work afterwards. Mm-hmm. I don't have to tell him to do that. Okay. So he coming in mature as it is. Okay. Also, too, are they engaged? Is a person engaged all the time? Okay. If I ask them, what did you do last night? Okay. What did you do this weekend? If he can't tell me up front what he did this weekend, or I chilled and I want to sleep, you're not a mature young man. If you told me, Coach, I did some homework, I had to finish this class up, I ate and this and that, I probably did some workout in it a little bit, did some training and stuff like that. I chilled with the boys, got on the sticks a little bit, that kind of deal. He's actually engaged and let me know what's going on. Yeah. He's a little mature because he's not hiding anything behind it. Okay. Because we all know they're going to have fun. We know that. But are they going to come up and are they a little mature to have a consultation and not hide behind things and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and still be productive. And I guess because I can agree with you, Coach, because I've had an opportunity, as far as like various college visits, man. I've been to Annapolis. I've been to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs and West Point. It's different. It really is, man. And I know, a lot of people maybe that haven't experienced that. My father was a 20-year Marine, 10 years was a sniper out the 20, other 10 was a recruiter. So I know that, it's, and I get not everybody maybe has that type of background in their house, but it's about asking these kids, are they still being productive with their free time in some type of way? And that's extremely important. Like you said, if you have a kid that, they're not making use of their free time, then that's an issue. And a lot of times these kids need maturity because they used to people telling them they're so damn good that they never bother to develop that maturity. That doesn't even come into their thought process because only thing they've ever heard is how good they are. So they just really focus on that and not developing themselves overall as growing into a man.
Yeah. Great point right there, you guys, and appreciate you sharing that. And you young athletes listening, soak it up, soak it up. We got some people joining us. I see a lot of people coming in the building for Coach. Love it. We see Prince saying, "Let's go, Clyde." I love it right there. We got Jack Homie coming in saying, "My God, Coach Logan, great coach and better friend." We've got the Munoz family coming in saying former California JUCO. You know what's going down right there.
Yeah.
Munoz family from San Antonio. Clarissa, thank you for joining us. Hi from San Diego. We got the superstar, young Sadike Green Jr. coming in from LA, junior college prospect. So thank you all of you guys. Coach Falls, we'll see you from Alabama. You guys are repping tonight. We appreciate you. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure that you like, subscribe. We do this every Thursday. We do this every Thursday. We would like for you guys to come back and bring a friend next time. So let's go to our next topic, you guys. And actually, I know we've been talking offline about this, Guru, but we'll kick it off with you to start this one. We got nothing but a DB in the house right here. But this kid was supposed to be a superstar at alma mater, Colorado, and high expectation. Coach Prime put a lot of time recruiting this young man. Super talent. He's still got super talent. Number 1 overall corner in his class, you guys. And now, as you see here, leaving the University of Colorado, a lot of people jumping in that portal at their respective universities. So I'll throw it to you first, Guru. You got a Hall of Fame cornerback in Deion Sanders. Someone may say that the cornerback whisperer. And then you got someone that's supposed to be all that in a bag of chips coming out of high school. Got all the measurables and everything. Somebody dropped the ball because this marriage should fit like a glove. Somebody dropped the ball. In your opinion, obviously outside looking in, was it the Hall of Fame coach or was it the up-and-coming superstar cornerback?
No, it was Cormani. It was what I just said, Coach. Somebody told him he was too many people told him he was good. That was the problem. And like I said, that's why we've been talking about it, even off the record, because I saw this coming during the season. Because a kid with his talent, he should have been starting from day one. And everyone was asking, all the reporters, all the fans, a lot of alumni, where's Cormani McClain at? Because he's supposed to be the guy. And like you said, that was supposed to be an absolute best fit. But just like Coach said a little while ago, when you don't make use of your spare time, you're not at where you're supposed to be, you're late to meetings. Prime is about working to be perfect, working to be on time, constantly getting better. And because of NIL and these other opportunities that these talented kids have, when they hear they're good too much, you end up in situations where you're not responsible. You're not doing what you need to do to get better because you already think that you're the guy. You already think you've arrived and you haven't. And this is what happens.
Okay. All right. So there's the Guru's opinion.
A mile away. Okay. And I'm sure, and I know Prime, we all wish him the best. But whatever, university he lands, but he's still going to have to change his outlook on how can he improve himself off the field as well as on the field too, with being more responsible and accountable as well, because that's what got him up out of there.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach Logan, I mean, obviously you're working with these young men. 6'2", 6'3" corner out of Florida. He's going to Coach Prime. We're thinking that this might be right in line with Travis Hunter. What's your opinion? Who dropped the ball here?
It's the kid. The kid dropped the ball. And, this kid eventually in 3 years, he'll be in the league. He'll be playing on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be playing on Sundays, no doubt. It just comes down, man, these days, man, everyone telling you good. You've been good since Pop Warner, moving on up. And, and the big question is, who's the adult in his camp that's in his camp to stare this guy a little bit? Who's the adult? Can't be the mama. Can't be the moms. It got to be a male adult to help this guy out, to stare him a little bit. Because all Coach Prime is doing, I seen it from a distance. just watching. I'll follow Colorado a little bit, just checking out their games. And the few times he do come in, I'm watching him. I'm watching a little bit every little bit. And Coach Prime just gave him some, hard coaching a little bit. That's what it was. A little hard coaching, which any normal kid would do. Any normal kid would have little mistakes here and there. Okay. But the seed is there. Sometimes these young kids, man, they already know that they're going to be that guy, and they don't have the patience to let that seed grow. Okay. They want to have that blossom right now. They want that flower right now. Okay. And he's a guy that, he got to have a little patience, man. And he got to do a little more on his end. Okay. And you got to have somebody, got to be an adult in this camp also to steer him a little bit, to help him out. Like, hey, man, you know what? This is Coach Prime is doing this. It's love. It's tough love he's giving you. Okay. That's all it is. Tough love. He already let you down, brought you over there, made you the guy, told you, come over here. I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you the way how to get there, how to be that guy. Okay. Now he's giving you a little bit tough love. Okay. Sometimes you might have to break him down a little bit or build him back up. Okay. Yeah. But they got to understand that a little bit and know that that's a little tough love now. Okay. Yeah. And then another adult got to come in there, put their hand around and be like, you know what, man? It's tough love, man. Hang in there. Okay. These little habits got to change. You probably got to grow a little bit. You got to get a little mature. From the last topic that we talked about, got to get a little mature. You know what I'm saying? And slowly but surely, that seed started to grow. And we really see, hey, this is that dude. We knew the guy was that dude. Okay, but it's the little things I feel like he wasn't taken care of, man. That's what it was. And if you play on a high level like that, a caliber school like that, man, you got to take care of the little things.
It's always the little things.
Always. Definitely. And, you hit the nail on the head, Q. I mean, they're getting money now, real money with the NIL. There's a bigger microscope. He wasn't just the number one overall corner in the country. He was going to Prime, who's the whisper, and he got a bag. So you guys, just different times. You guys keep that in mind, you young athletes. And we're on to our next topic, you guys. And once again, if you're joining us for the first time, I am your host, Coach Terrence Wood. You got Q, the guru, to the far right. And then you got the great Coach Clyde Logan, former athlete, player, well-respected in the industry, you guys, and now a current coach at Western New Mexico. So, you guys, the camp season's coming up, Coach.
Hey.
The camp season's coming up, and some of these parents, some of them that may be watching this show tonight or watching a recording are going to spend thousands, Coach. They're going to spend thousands to try to get their baby a ride. Some of them going to be coming to you guys' camp, Western New Mexico football camp. So I wanted to ask you, Coach, because I've seen a distinct difference between how many high school kids are going big time today with the portal and how many were going out in our day.
Right.
Now, my baby might be nice, Coach. Out here in this little Indiana, he may be nice. But do I need to go to Alabama camp, Tennessee camp? How, as a parent, Coach, do I decipher which camp to go to?
First, the parent got to be a little realistic. That's the first thing. You got to be realistic. This game of football we play, this is football. Big people push little people around. Okay, so if you don't pass the eye test of being big, you better be very, very, very fast. Okay, so as far as you identify, now, you might be a freshman, junior, senior. You don't know if your kid's going to grow or not. A wise man told me, hey, if you put two elephants together, you don't get a giraffe. Okay? So a kid turn around and see their parents, their mirror image of their parents, if they're going to grow or get bigger. Okay? So if you're a freshman or sophomore, you're trying to figure out, okay, is my baby's going to grow? Okay, should he go to this camp? Should he go to UCLA? Because that's my favorite football team. Maybe he should go to that camp. Maybe they might recruit him. Okay? Another thing I would tell them is this, hey, if you can't go to a practice or turn on your TV, okay, look at a roster and look at them guys, see what's their size, okay? Is your baby going to get to that size, okay? Because before a coach even look at that film, he's going to look at that size, that weight in that size first. That's what he's going to look at. So if your baby fall in that boat, that kind of deal, because he always going to get developed. You can be a short guy and get developed from your freshman to your senior year. You will get developed. But at the end of the day, your size is your size. And you got to fall in where you fall in. Okay? So realistically, first thing is the eye test. Do they pass the eye test? Go to a roster. Look at UCLA roster, USC roster. Or go to Sac State. Look at Sac State roster. Look at Jackson State roster. Or them kids, them freshmen that's on there, them redshirt freshmen. Are they similar to my baby? Okay, if they are, okay, and you feel like and your baby got good enough film, or his head coach is telling me your baby gonna be pretty good, or when he work on this, work on his grades, okay, then maybe that's a school that you target. Okay, a school you target or school in that area, FCS football that you target. Okay,
right.
If coach is telling your baby's undersized and he's not very fast, okay, and you look on the roster and you see some shorter guys but they're fast, or you some guys on there, your kids are shorter than them, well, maybe you got to take it down a level now. Maybe you want to go NAI D3. The way these days with a portal, that skill set has shifted down. If you a power conference guy, you go in power conference. No doubt about it. Ain't no shit for you. You that dude, you that dude. Them guys that go to them FBS schools, that don't go to them FBS schools, getting on the FBS offer. Them guys that might slide down a little bit to FCS, Division I AA. Okay? Now them guys that get 1AA, Division I AA, they're actually getting some of these, Sac State, the Tarleton State kind of deal. Them guys are sliding down a little bit to the Division IIs.
Mm-hmm.
Us Division IIs, I'm looking at eye tests also. If you don't pass the eye test, I probably can't mess with you. We in one of the top Division II conferences in the country. Lone Star Conference, that's big boy. Okay, we're going to get some D1 guys also in our conference. Okay, hands down. All right, so mama or daddy got to look at that also. So right now with the portal and all that stuff that's going on, the talent level has shifted down a little bit. So you do have some guys that are Division I guys that might not have size, might have speed that's going to these Division II schools. So if you're a parent and you're trying to figure out where camps that you want to target and stuff like that, first thing you got to be realistic with yourself and also with your kid, okay, and try to find out where he fits in, and once you go to that camp, okay, looked around a little bit. How is he performing at that camp? You go to that one camp, how is he performing? Is he one of the top guys in that camp, or is he just falling with the rest? Okay, if he just falling with the rest, then I tell you that's probably where he belongs or lower. You know what I'm saying? And you can make your way carefully from that. Okay, but that's the way I see it as far as parents when they're trying to figure out where my baby should go as far as camp wise. To build a relationship with these coaches one-on-one so they can see them, that kind of deal. Okay, if
Great
not,
point right there.
Yeah, definitely.
No, great point right there. And there's a lot of frustrated parents. We talked to them where they spent a lot of money coaching and their baby didn't even get a sniff. He got a pat on the butt for that one catch, and that was it. Q, talk to me, man. I know that maybe my kid's freshman year in high school, that summer might not hold as much weight as that junior year going into that senior season. Now, my baby got a couple letters, Q. And one of them was from Washington. One of them was from Texas Tech. Should we go to the camp?
Hey, if you getting some love, you better go where you getting some love from. And Coach, we've had this conversation before. Coach Logan, you made a great point. A lot of parents are not realistic because everybody thinks that they have Heisman Trophy winners. And that's not the case. It is highly, highly competitive out here. And it's not taking anything away from anyone's child. It's just you have to have a really, really good scope on what you're up against as far as competition. There's only so many schools. There's only so many, opportunities on a particular level. Again, if you need it, and we say this all the time too, please do not sleep on JUCO. Coach, including you. I cannot tell you how many killers we've had come through this show that have gone to the league but have passed through JUCO ranks. But people, a lot of times, when you bring, up that, that JUCO route, a lot of people, their parents will turn their nose up at it, and your kid might need to go that route to further develop, to enhance their speed, or to develop more, or to get their football IQ up. So look at all your options, but don't just be like it's Power 5 or nothing, because you're gonna be out of luck if you go that route, and a lot of parents do that often.
Great point right there. I love it.
And just to
Go
add
ahead,
on that
Coach.
too, man, just to add on that, you know, NFL, man, I mean, shoot, there's some guys, that go to Division twos, NAI and D3, go there, get developed, okay, get coached up and put up numbers. And guess what? If you that good, they're gonna find you.
Facts.
Okay, just like that. All right. So it doesn't always gotta be Division One. It don't.
Facts.
It's about you going, playing, putting up numbers, showing that you that dude at that level. Okay, so they can actually see you or bring you in to get a look.
Yep.
Okay, so it goes either way, man. But it starts from the beginning, though. You got to go where you want it, and you got to go where you can actually get a look.
Yep.
Great
Yep.
point right there.
Absolutely.
And you guys feel free to reach out, but we'll be having plenty of content on which camps you should choose because
Yeah.
a lot of you guys are spending money that you don't have to. So we want you to be mindful out there. Some of you guys need to go to Western New Mexico and go see Coach Logan and
I'm
go
telling
get
you.
your money.
Go where the love is.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I mean,
so
Coach,
busy.
you gotta think, Coach. You started off the show today. Saying in regards to you going to Idaho State. I went to where I was getting the love. I went to where I'm gonna come in right away, and you played at a position that you wanted to play. That's exactly how you started off this show. Parents, take heed to what this man just said. Go where the love is. This isn't about, you sitting up here and this, like I said, this having these pipe dreams, man. If somebody's reaching out to you and interested in your son and seriously interested in throwing some money your way, y'all better jump on that ASAP.
Well, there you go. There you go from the guru, you guys. And we are on to our next topic. And this one was very, very interesting. This one has a sad twist to it. And in the locker room, you guys, we cover the stuff that is real, the stuff that's real, that's going on in the industry. So you guys can be aware, especially you young athletes. But, it's not always rose petals and peaches and cream. Sometimes there's adversity. And this young man, Dalen Austin, looked like he had a bright career at the University of Oregon, only a sophomore, you guys, and got into a hit and run and actually killed someone. There was a fatality of a 46-year-old gentleman, rest in peace. And now this young man has a case. He's facing felony charges, you guys. And my question to you, and I'll start off with you, Guru. Where does the university fall into this, man? Because obviously, they spent time recruiting this young man. Dan Lanning was in this young man's home, and this is a tragedy in his life. It will change his life. Do you think that university should be able to be hands off and go like this, or do you think that there should be some type of support from the football program?
I feel like it should be some type of support, but in the end, it's gonna fall down on these young men making better choices. Coach, if you look back, anyone that's tuning in tonight, our fans, are tuning in week to week, or if you're new to the show, check out our show last week. We just were touching on the same type situation that just happened in Texas. Happened at University of Texas. We keep seeing these instances of accidents and hit and runs and fatalities and these multiple car wrecks. There are guys in the league as well. It has to be where it falls ultimately on the individual making better choices. Period. You have to think about it, Coach. Tell them when we were in college, there was no Uber, right? So it's like you all have options to get to where you need to go on a Friday or Saturday night and get back to the dorm safely, get back to your apartment safely. It's no excuses, no reason for it, right? I get you're going to be young men. No one's condoning drinking, but okay, fine. But it's a way of like this thinking like, hey, if I had too many or your friend has, then take the keys, whatever you need to do, call an Uber, which is Selman, and get home safe. But these guys are hopping in cars and constantly making these mistakes that in a lot of ways will probably ruin their career.
Yeah, or their life. And did kill somebody. He
look at Ron.
Yeah, he'll never live that down. Yeah, and Ruds.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Coach Logan. This is obviously worst nightmare for a coach. You know, these kids, you care about these kids when you work with them and get to know their families. You know, do you think that there's a responsibility on the program and the university to kind of still, maybe even if it's behind closed doors, put their arm around the young man? Or do you think it's like, hey, you messed up like that, we're done?
No, it's a touchy situation right now, touchy topic. Prayers to just both family, especially the victim family. In the game of football, we talked about the family on the field and off the field kind of deal. Okay, so this young man right now, he need his football family also. He do. Okay, so the football program, he needs his brothers. He need them guys. He need his position coach. Okay, he need that university right now. Okay, it's not more of he made a mistake. And, a lot of us do make mistakes. A lot of them make higher mistakes than others. His is very high right now. Okay, but until the end, until they find out what's going on, they find the whole details and the court deal finished and all that kind of deal, Oregon, the whole program, they need to be involved with this guy. You can't just, wash your hands away with this right here. He better make a mistake, but he need that program. Same thing. Memphis, the young basketball guy, even though he was a recruit, Mikey Williams.
Yeah.
Same situation. And I take my hat off for Memphis and my man Penny Hardaway. Okay, they stayed there towards the end. Okay, even though he decided to go to another school, but they stayed towards the end. Yeah. It was behind the whole time. They're gonna ride with. Penny said we're gonna ride with him to the end and see what happens. And eventually, he was, he didn't have to do any kind of time and stuff like that from the grace of God, But that was a stand-up move about the basketball program and the university. Even though some folks felt a certain way, but it stuck by him. And I think Oregon should do the same thing right now in this situation right now. That young man, he needs them guys. He's been there 2 years. Okay, he needs his teammates right now. He needs his brother. He needs his coaches, all his mentors that's over at Oregon University for that program. He needs them more than anything right now because we always preach it, family.
Yeah.
All in the locker room, family. Well, one of your family's down right now. You're going to have to pick them up. Okay, you got to help them up.
Definitely.
Towards the end.
That's huge. And obviously, this young man has a road to travel, and praying, like you said, Coach, for the young man and for the family. And it will be interesting. You never know, you guys, you young athletes out there. It's different from program to program, coach to coach. Mm-hmm. Some coaches and programs wash their hands. Others actually do try to support the young man. Yeah. So hopefully he can get some support, and we'll see, how the Oregon Ducks handle this one. But praying for everybody involved. We are on, you guys, to a lighter topic. And this topic is called the lightning round. The lightning round, you guys. And this is a huge part of our show if you're joining us for the Locker Room Show for the very first time. So the lightning round, you guys, is our version of a little bit of word association. This is our opportunity to put Coach through a little blitz. He's got 60 seconds. Now, it looks like he was fast in college, and we're going to see how quick on his toes he is tonight with these questions. But we got a good list for you, Coach, and you got 60 seconds to go through my list. Now, we don't just do this for fun. We actually got a little wager on it. Now, I don't know if she's in the comment section tonight, but we've got someone that has gotten to 17 in 60 seconds, Coach, or excuse me, Agent Alicia. Alicia Jones got to 17 in 60 seconds. So you gotta at least get to 16, because we give you one for tech delay. But that is the number to beat, Coach. And if you can get to that number, Coach, you got a dinner on the Locker Room Show. We got to zell you some money, Cash App Coach some money, so he can go to his favorite Western New Mexico spot. All right. So we got our stopwatch ready. And we're going to see Coach with the Marines. So he might not be playing with us. He may be he may machine gun us on this one. So we gonna see what Coach got. And let me get the stopwatch ready. We're gonna make sure he's at 0 because like you said, I don't need no snipers on me. We don't need no snipers on me thinking that I cheated them. So you guys, this is the lightning round. If you're joining us for the first time, this is fun. This is fun. All right, Coach, you ready to roll?
Let's roll. Let's go.
All right, you guys, and he gets 1 for tech delay. So even if he gets to 16, he's in the ball game. All right, first thing that comes to your mind, Coach. Now, sometimes I'm going to give you a little hint. Sometimes I just ask you one thing. Other times it's either or. All right, so you got to stay on your toes. You got to stay on your toes. All right, Coach. Let's go. Let me make sure I got everything ready.
Here we go.
All right. The lightning round is underway. All right. Number one. First thing that comes to your mind. Idaho State. Go.
Clyde Logan.
Sweet potato pie or cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
Jameis Winston.
Buccaneers. Seafood.
Sushi or Chinese food?
Chinese food.
Chad Johnson.
Ocho Cinco.
NIL.
Money.
Best player you ever played against?
That's a tough one.
So Leon Hall.
All right.
Milkshake or root beer float?
Milkshake.
Kerry Washington or Nia Long?
Kerry Washington.
Coach Billy Hickman.
Bakersville.
Jelly beans or Skittles?
Skittles.
The Marines.
Hoorah.
Favorite game day song? 40 seconds.
Pastor Troy, we're ready.
Scarface or Godfather?
Scarface.
Tennis or golf? 55 seconds.
Golf.
Mint chip or cookie dough ice cream?
Cookie dough ice cream.
Time.
He is close. He is close. Hey, coach. That best player. It's so funny. Hey, Coach T. We got to put a clip together, man. Of that one lightning round question because it gets everybody. That's a tough question.
All right.
It is.
Let's add them up. Let's add them up because Coach was close. I don't know if Miss Alicia watching, but Coach was close on that. So keep in mind, you got 16. Gets him tied with Miss Alicia. 17, he's the winner. He's a winner. We only got a few more weeks left before we pick our winner, our spring winner. So let's add them up, and then let's revisit like we always do. First one was Idaho State. That's his old school. He going his name on that one. Sweet potato pie cheesecake. He's rolling with the cheesecake. Jameis Winston, number 3, said Buccaneers. Number 4, he's going with the Chinese food over the sushi. Number 5, old teammate Chad Johnson. Number 6 was NIL. Number 7 was old teammate Leon Hall, defensive back. Number 8, he's going with the milkshake over the root beer float. Number 9, he's choosing Miss Kerry Washington over Nia Long. Number 10 is his coach currently, Bill Hickman. Number 11, he's going with the Skittles over the jelly beans. Number 12, hoorah with the Marines. Number 13, favorite game day song. I ain't heard that in a while. Pastor Troy, we ready. Right? We love it. He's bringing me back right there. Number 14, he's going with the Scarface over the Godfather. Number 15, he's going with the golf. And then he's going with the cookie dough for the mint chip. So he has 16, you guys, and he is tied with the great Agent Alicia Jones. All right. So we got to bring y'all back. We're going to think about that, Coach Logan, how to bring y'all back for the death round. For food so that they can go after it. And, I love it. Appreciate you guys. We got Coach Hughes coming in saying hoorah for that. And then we've got Anisha Albert saying let's go. So I love it, you guys coming in and joining us. Coach Clyde held us down. right there on the lightning
Definitely,
round. So we're
definitely.
gonna have to let Coach Alicia know, Q. She ain't gonna be too
Yeah,
happy.
yeah,
You
it's
might
all
have to make
good.
that call. I don't know, but
I know me.
so
It's all
we are
good.
going on to our last round, our last section of the show. You guys had a great time with the great Coach Logan. You see why we want to have him on the show. And then we've got our audience Q&A. So it seems like a few of you guys know Coach Logan. The comment section is open. If you've got a question for Coach Logan, feel free before we let him go. But Q, I know you got a question for Coach.
Definitely, definitely. So, Coach, my question for the night is, my man, this listening to your story, what how can I say, how is it that, how did you feel looking back from your first day of boot camp to your first day of training camp? Like, how did you process that? You know what I mean? Just how did you really, like, where was your mind at looking back at how far you had come, man? Just think about that for a second. Think about what you took from the first day of boot camp to the first day of training camp in the league. Where was your mind at looking backwards? That's what I want to know.
I never really thought about that. I'll tell you that right now. Okay.
That's deep. That's deep.
I'm telling you.
It's deep. It's deep though.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, boy, you almost get choked up.
Yeah, it's deep. I never really thought about it like that. But I mean, it just, like I said, there've been a lot of great people, man, a lot of great people to help me, to get me where I was. Especially you sit back, you talking about you in the NFL locker room, and you thinking, man, years ago, man, I was in boot camp out here in the sand pit, listening to some drill instructor, ripping me a new one, okay?
Yeah.
Breaking me down, having me here damn near crying,
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here in the NFL locker room,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, everything goes up to the men upstairs, man. When you think about a time like that, you just got to, give thanks to the men upstairs, okay? Because, it don't happen. It just don't. It's a few guys, you know what I'm saying? And the only guy that comes to my mind when I think about something like that, like I say, is Mike Anderson. That's the first guy that comes to my mind. Besides that, just, you got to think about it. It's hard, but nothing happens. Like I said, nothing happens. I don't get put in that position without, loving family, great friends, surround myself, my circle, surround myself with great people, pushing me every day, keeping me accountable every day. You know what I'm saying? Helping me out through the long haul, for me to even make close to that, getting a piece of that stage. You know what I'm saying? That's, what is that, 1%, 2-3%, And I'm on the few and the proud. That's another thing too I have on my logo. I'm a few and the proud, to make it through there. Now everybody's a Marine. Everybody can't be a Marine.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I say, everybody can't make it to the league. Well, everybody can't be a Marine either. Only the few and proud can do that.
Facts.
So everything just come with the men upstairs, man. When I sit back and think about that, it have to, or it's not possible. Everything through him, everything run through Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. So that's a tough one, man. That's a hard one to think about and digest also at the same time.
I'm telling you, man, that's a hell of a road travel, baby. That's a hell of a road travel. It really is. So yeah, I had to ask you that. I knew I was gonna ask you, man, like immediately. So yeah, man, that's man, proud of you, man. That's a hell of a story, man. And like I said, I for my own father, I take it to heart because I know what you went through, man, in boot camp. So like, yeah. Definitely.
We got Clarissa coming in saying, I got a question for Coach Logan. Which one of your wife's friends is your favorite? So you better, I guess we go with you, Clarissa, so you don't spike his cheesecake put something in his gumbo right there. So we going with you, Clarissa. I'm going to answer for him.
Right.
Appreciate it.
But we are just elated to have you on, Coach. I mean, I had no idea. You get to read in the story, but then when you get to hear it, it is so much more powerful. I mean, there are so many different ways this story could have went. So for you to be where you are today, feeding back into the community, into these young men. We tip our cap to you in the locker room show, Coach. Our athletes that are watching live recorded, you better look at Western New Mexico, because like Coach said, it's not about the logo and playing in front of all these fans if you're not even on the field or you somewhere where they don't even care about you. So it sounds like you guys are doing amazing things, Coach, and we wish you the best of luck. We wish you the best of luck.
Indeed. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Definitely.
Appreciate you.
Yes, indeed. All right, you guys. So, hey, that is the great Coach Logan. I mean, amazing show tonight. The testimony is off the hook, Q. And obviously all the advice. He gave a bunch of game. We talked the portal. We talked about being accountable. We talked about the journey less traveled, man. Only in the locker room show, brother.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, hey, this is the only place you're going to get sauce like that, man. And we
ain't on ESPN.
Yeah, I would say, Sean the hell ain't we giving it every week, same time. So y'all know where to find us at. Hit that button. Show us some love. We on this run to our first 1,000, so we gonna run up on that with y'all's help. Real soon. But yeah, definitely look Coach up. Reach out to him. And again, you parents, continue to be supportive. With your kids, and and be help be a part of their dream that they looking to live.
Yeah, no, that's huge right there. And thank you guys. A lot of new people tuning in to check out Coach. Like you said, we do this every single Thursday. So please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, bring a friend next week. We go live with the best of the best in the industry. You guys, tonight's show was brought to you by NIL LLC. The NIL is huge right now, but it's not just for the superstars. If you know what you're doing, you can be an athlete that's just looking to play at an NAIA school, a Division III school, D2 school, like where Coach Logan is at, and still take advantage of NIL, you guys. So check out NILLLC.org and make sure that you have your game tight so that you can save some money and make some money in today's college sports. And that's not just football, Q. That's all sports, man. All these kids better get up on this NIL game. The women are killing it, man, more than the men.
I'm trying to tell you,
March Madness was off the hook.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Caitlin Clark is about to get she ain't getting a bag. She getting a truck full of money. So, yeah, Nike's about to bless her. So, yeah, definitely log on to that site, man. Check it out and gather up some good info you need.
Yes, indeed, you guys. So, hey, thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we're getting closer to draft time. I know some of you guys are hoping that your favorite team picks the right person, but the right thing to do is subscribe, like, and share, you guys. Hopefully you enjoy Coach Logan and tonight's show. I'm Coach Wood. That's Q the Guru, and we will definitely see you at the top. You guys have a good